The horses are right over there. They just ran across the pasture.
Was that good? Was that a good pear? Did you like that pear? Oh no! Oh no, get it! Here you go. Here you go, come on. Oh, okay. Come on, here you go. There you go. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Oh no, the black one got both pieces. Oh no. That wasn't very nice. That wasn't very nice. So we've got some visitors at the van today. This is turning out to be a really, really great little find for a campsite. I wish I had more pears to give you guys. I wish I did. We only had one. Oh, look at how pretty you all are. You've got pretty blonde hair. Somebody needs to brush your pretty blonde hair though. All right. Have a good night, guys. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow.
You guys may not be able to see it, but right outside there is a squirrel. And the kitties have been acting kind of strange. I was just telling Snow that it was almost like he was hunting. He just kept chattering and squealing, like roaring. And usually when he does that, he's trying to scare something. And all of a sudden we look outside, and there's a squirrel, and it's got these two attention. Before I even saw it or knew it was there, these two knew. They could smell it, and Nana is just sitting, her little tail's going crazy, and she's going crazy, and G's down here, he's staying at attention, and Snow's back there editing. It's an edit day, guys. But we are at a beautiful little spot here in Austria, and we've been moving very quickly, and today we decided to slow down. Snow found us a really nice spot. Oh, there goes the squirrel. Snow found us a really nice spot. There goes the squirrel. Oh, guys. Oh, right in front of us. Wow, what a treat. There he goes. Up the tree. So Snow found us a real nice wild campsite right at the base of this big beautiful mountain. We've got a couple beautiful horses that are just hanging out near the van in a pasture. This has been a great place to walk the cats. It's quiet, they love the nature sounds. Not big fans of the river, but they can get far enough away on this trail system. All right, it looks like there is a waterfall here, but I don't think I'm gonna get to see it for free. It looks like we're gonna have a little climb. And actually this trail got really steep, but as I'm coming up through here, you can see how some of these big giant trees have been upstaged, and with it they take the big giant rocks that they're grabbing onto to try to maintain their place. with just big giant trees falling. And as you can see, we're quite a bit above the river now, and we're moving kind of quickly because it's really directly almost straight up. But I'm coming around the corner. I think we're almost to the waterfall, and just like that, there it is. And like a lot of waterfalls, it almost creates its own weather pattern of misty rain and cooler climates and wind. Pretty impressive. And down below, maybe you can see the van, but this waterfall is creating a pretty big mist up here. So I gotta put the camera away. One quick look, guys. We're out of here.
This heart beats to the sound of a brand new song. These eyes can't be bound to the same four walls. Oh, I'm wandering, a traveler, I'm moving on to all kinds of places, new faces, I'm gone. So let's go where no one's gone. Wanna go, so let's go. I can hear the ring of a wild call. It's beautiful, it seems like a silent song to the ears of a woman, a traveler, I'm moving on. All kinds of places, new faces, I'm gone. So let's go where no one's gone.
All right, guys. Look at this big waterfall. We have left our camp and we are on the road headed south. And we have one more stop before we leave Austria. And we were driving down the road and we saw this giant waterfall. And to be honest with you, since we've been coming through these high mountains, they're everywhere. The snow melt has started and there's just water pouring off the mountains. But it's stunning. And our time is winding down here in Austria. We're gonna stay at a campsite one more night, get rested up. And by the way, the shower heater has not been working for a while, so we've been kind of stuck to campgrounds for showers. And well, they're just expensive through this region. It's beautiful, and I understand why. And it's not that we're complaining, but the fact is, these campgrounds are just super expensive. And so for us, for our budget, and so we need to get the shower fixed. And so we're gonna go to a campground. We're gonna work on that, and we are gonna rest up till we cross over into Italy for the Dolomites. That is a bucket lister for me. I am super pumped. We got a lot of big stuff on the schedule coming up. And so we need a pit stop to prep, and that's what we're doing.
We've made it to our campsite, doing a little housekeeping on the van. Kurt's taking a look at the hot water heater issue for our shower. But so far it's proving to be very frustrating. And nothing we're trying is working. As you can see, he's deep up under the van. We're not going to bother him because he's in it pretty big right now. But our campsite's nice. Just a little bit north of the Dolomites and the Italian border. Lots of grass. Little plug-in station. So a nice little place to have to do some frustrating work. We'll be back a little bit later with an update. So, we had a fairly peaceful evening there at that campsite, and it's in such a pretty location. Curt popped up the drone to let you see that behind us are the Austrian Alps, and ahead of us are the Italian Dolomites. And we're just sitting in this beautiful, beautiful valley right here with this river running along beside us.
Well, there was also a little waterfall right behind us, actually a pretty big one. And when I popped the drone up, there's just waterfalls everywhere running off this mountain. And the farmland just runs up the hills all the way up to the forest. And it's just beautiful.
But we are leaving this campsite. And you know that Curt was doing some work on our hot water heater for our shower. And he was not successful in getting that all fixed or even troubleshooted. He did bang his knuckles up, and he's got blood and sweat and maybe some tears. We didn't see all that from working up underneath the van, but he's got to do it again, guys. But first, we had to go to a hardware store. So we've left that campground. We're going to drive through the next town that has a big hardware store. We're going to go in and see if we can get some stuff that he needs to do some more work on the van. We're going to stock up on groceries, and then we're going to another campsite that's a little bit closer to the Italian border so we can work on some van maintenance. So it's not going to be a fun day for Curdy. I am sorry. See?
We're getting it done. We're getting it done, guys. And the problem with the hot water heater is electrical. And to be honest with you, I just got to chase wires to figure out where it is. I think I have it isolated, but some wires are tucked away, hard to reach. So it's kind of disassembling the van to get to them, to try to find out what's going on. But anyway, it's work.
Yeah, it's not a lot of fun, but it is part of living in a van. Stuff always needs to be worked on, and this just happens to be a big one because it's our shower. So with that, we will see you down the road about 20 minutes at the next city for some shopping. One thing you have to think about when it's time to go to the grocery store, or any kind of store actually, is there room for the van to park? So on the Google Maps, I'm always looking at Street View of these parking lots to make sure we can fit.
Europe, you also need a euro. You gotta put a euro in the cart so you can turn it, so you can get the cart loose. Their carts are chained up.
Yeah, kind of like the Aldi's at home, but all the grocery stores seem to do it over here, or most of them. Today we're taking you to a Spar. It's a major grocery chain over here, but this is an Interspar, which means it's a big one. For you people back in the States, this is like a super Target. It's gonna have groceries and all kinds of other stuff too. Now I'm just gonna take y'all on a little stroll around the grocery store. Let y'all see some prices. If you've been following our journey, you know when we first entered Italy, I don't know, last December or whenever it was, and we found a grocery store right before we had to buy all of our stuff for our holiday meal. And it was the best grocery store ever in the world. And Kurt was running around like a little kid in there playing. He just did the same thing here. It wasn't quite as good as the one from Italy, but this one had a lot of good stuff. No, that was an expensive trip for us. 192 euros, which is maybe like 210 US dollars. But we stocked up on a lot of big items and some laundry soap and a lot of condiments and stuff like that. But now, while Kurt's putting the groceries away, I'm gonna take you to a store called the DM. Now this is gonna have soaps and shampoos and all that kind of stuff. But it's also gonna have a gluten-free and organic type little food section. And I've had a lot of luck of finding crackers and hummuses that don't have a lot of sodium. So I'm gonna stock up on those here. So Kurt, I told him you were having fun in this store and it was close to the one like Italy.
It was. There was all sorts of cool meats, vegetables, breads, cheeses, all the stuff that's yummy. Not all of it's good for you. But
our van kitchen manager had a good time shopping today. But now it's time to head to the hardware store. So Kurt ran into the hardware store, bought what he needed. And what is funny to us is, if you're from the United States, you'll understand this. It's big, orange, and square. We call it the Home Depot.
it looked like the Home Depot inside too.
Yeah, and they also have one, I can't remember the name of them, guys, but there's one over here that looks like Lowe's. It's blue, but we went to the orange one today. Now we are headed to a campground and gonna try to get a little more work done. Tomorrow is gonna be a big day. So we've arrived at our campsite and we don't think we can check in until 1 o'clock.
All right, it's $30, all included, and we gotta pick our spot.
Okay, pick our spot. We'll
So-
get settled.
The showers are in this building right here. There's some spaces over here off to the left, which look good, and then there's some back over here in the corner. Well, Snow was supposed to film me working on the van today, and I have been working on the van,
He has, a lot.
and she's been editing.
Yes.
And that's happened. But what happened is the power was out in our hydronic heater.
Which is our hot water heater for our shower.
So we haven't been able to use the shower yet. Some of you guys asked, do you use the shower anymore? We first got to Europe, we was using the shower a lot, but something happened and our controller had no power.
The little display doesn't have any power. And Kurt's been working on it all day yesterday, all day today, chasing wires under the van, under the cabinets, breaking stuff down, working his butt off.
So what I learned,
I have not told him this yet because I wanted him to stay optimistic. I have found a place that I think works on these heaters about an hour and a half away in Italy.
but anyway, so I quickly learned it was an electrical issue. So I crawled under the van to chase all the wires, and guys, if you can imagine, they're all tucked away. The heater was something we did early in the build, so we built everything on top of the wires, including under chassis where we put some security stuff. Oh, it's off. Oh, there it is.
What? You fixed it?
So anyway, what happened is
Woo!
so what happened is I chased the wires, and long story short, one of the wires had got down and was sitting on the drive shaft. That was the return line from the heater to the temperature control system. It had worn out. Boom. I thought I had found the problem. I corrected that. I fixed it. fastened it up so it wouldn't hang anymore, came in and checked it, nothing. Which meant I still had a power issue, and well, anyway, after a day of trying to remove stuff and track down the wires, I found the wires, and lo and behold, I had a corroded wire that was snapped. I fixed the wire, and now it looks like we have power. I don't know if the heater's working, but we might be back in business.
This has been Curt's workstation. I can't believe he came in there all cool, calm, and collected, knowing he had fixed that thing, and waited like 2 minutes before he turned it on to show me. So just gotta do a little buttoning up.
Yeah.
So yesterday, while he was troubleshooting, he had to unscrew this drawer, this whole thing, slide it out, put it on the ground, because back in behind there, let's see if I can show y'all. Maybe. Let's see. That's all of our electrics back in there. A lot of very complicated stuff in there. But he found it under the van. This worked out to be a pretty good campsite to have to do this. The other one was maybe a little more crowded, and the grass might have been a little wet. Now Curt has a tarp, but underneath there's gravel, which probably isn't comfortable, but at least he's not having to get wet here. And this campground has a little more room between camp spots than the other place did. So you can pull some stuff out without invading your neighbor's yard. And I'll show you right up here in this main building is where the showers would be. Sun's getting ready to set around here. Up there's the entrance and the reception. So quite a few campers here. We're rolling right into summer. So it's starting to get more and more crowded. More campsites back there. But this one's $30 a night. Not too bad compared to some of the others. So this was a pretty good find. You need to get your shower bag and towel and stuff ready?
Not right now.
Keep it. All right, guys. That is reason to celebrate. But we are gonna go back and keep on editing. Whew. Well, we had a good night's rest here. Still excited and giddy about getting the shower hot water heater fixed. That's a big deal. But that meant we needed to do some maintenance on the shower tanks. Flush out any old water that was in there and get all the plumbing flushed out, put a little bleach in the system, clean everything, drain everything again, fill it up with nice, clean, fresh water. And that took us maybe about 40 minutes. It was a project.
Yeah, we had to top the main tank and also the auxiliary tank. The auxiliary tank, if you remember, we installed so that we could navigate the winters here without our under chassis water freezing. And that's also the backup, not only for drinking water, but for shower. We have a recirculating shower, so now we can use that, dump our shower, and then fill it with the auxiliary tank. So we're good to go.
I think we're good for several showers before we would need to find water again, which should save us some money on campgrounds.
We're off grid.
We are again. This is really a big deal for us. And you'll see the difference. There probably won't be as many campgrounds in our future unless we're in an area where it's illegal to wild camp.
Yeah.
And then we'll have to find places to fill up with water. But with that, this campground was perfect for having to do all that maintenance, wasn't it?
And Austria was wow. We love you, Austria. Maybe we'll be back.
Yeah, we know we missed a big section of you. If we've got time while we're navigating Europe, we'll be back. You're one of our favorites. But it's time to head back to Italy.
Italy, Italiano,
Let's go, guys.
Dolomites bucket list.
Yes, you want to subscribe and hit that notification bell because we are heading in our next video to one of the most beautiful places on earth. No exaggeration, you are not going to want to miss that video. Be sure you like these videos too, guys, with the little heart button. It helps us a bunch. And with that, we will see you in a couple of days from Italy.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Ciao.
Ciao. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really helps us a lot. And if you want to see more of our videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you know when new videos come out. We'll see you guys in a few days from somewhere out here in the world. Cheers.